Right about here, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get yourself and your soul together.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the Chris and Andre Show.
Tiger Woods, man.
Man, leave that nigga alone, man. Shit.
Okay.
Like,
Dude can't hire a driver at this
Man,
point.
look, look. First of all, I am not a big like. I'm passing him bail because I think he's just in a reckless part of his life, right?
I understand that. You're right.
He bought into the. This is what I think Tiger Woods' problem is. He bought into the acceptance lie. And then when people threw him away, i.e. Nike and like everybody else, because, you know, whatever happened with him and his ex-wife,
Yeah.
like he didn't know how to, I think he just crashed out. Like, seriously. I don't have any ill will towards him. I'm not like saying, oh, free Tiger. No, fuck that guy for that. But
Free Tiger. Is that a thing people are saying?
I don't know, man.
Hashtag Free Tiger.
But I kind of blame it on his parents, though, man. Like, they figure out a way to get the bag off this kid. He was very devoted to his parents, and I don't think he ever knew how to like be himself. And so, yeah, this motherfucker is like drugged out. I mean, he's gonna be a casualty to the acceptance disease, and you know. He's got 2 kids. You know, hopefully they turn out to be good people.
No, I mean, that's a really good point.
So I'm not gonna let
It
you
is-
like
No,
shit on
you're
homie
right.
like that.
You're right.
That should be a clip.
Yeah, but I'm the one that edited this shit together.
I know,
I'm not going to make me look like an asshole. What do you...
I mean, but seriously, you ever look at it that way? Think like
No,
Tiger and I, we're
You
close
were
to the
right.
same age, and like I look at like just his history of like his pop showboating him, and
Yeah.
like part of me is like, yo, they're trying to get paid, yo, and
I remember when Tiger was first kind of becoming big when he like as a junior golfer and stuff like that. And my dad was like, "That's what you need to do. You need to go play golf." Like, can you imagine getting to play golf, getting paid millions of dollars to play golf every day? I'm not very good at golf.
but you see,
Thank goodness.
you see my point though, right?
Yes, oh,
Like-
absolutely. I was not good at golf, and I mean, my dad was not like the "I'm gonna push you beyond, you know, what you want to do" sort of thing. But there was definitely the like, hey, you know, if,
The pressure, right?
Yeah, there was an element of pressure.
My old man used to make me play baseball like that, you know? It's kind of like, I think subconsciously as I got older and I was good at sports, I didn't want to play sports all that much because it wasn't fun anymore. Like if I was too good, it became like a job, you know?
Yeah.
Who wants to do fucking baseball drills for 3 hours? Fucking nobody, said I. Even in football, I was a good quarterback because I was good at baseball. It wasn't because like I was, you know, I could still run. I knew how to throw a ball. I could, you know, my vision was pretty good. So it was kind of a blessing I didn't make the team. I would have probably done anything just for my dad's approval. And that's sad to admit it, like almost 50. So I can imagine, like me personally, I can see myself in a Tiger Woods. What does that look like?
Yeah.
Looks like you're fucking flipping over a car like on fucking drugs.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, like, you know, with my kids, like when they were like, I'm done with sports. Part of me wanted them to go, but the bigger, better part of me was like, no, I understand, right? Because that's a bad cycle. So
Yeah, you don't want your kids feeling like they're doing that for you.
right.
right? Like if that's something that they're passionate about, then, you know, and that's, I mean, that's where I try to be with my kids. You know, I mean, like my oldest, when she was real little, it was like, hey, do you want to try soccer? Do you want to try basketball? And it was yes, and then it was 2 seasons of each, and then it was, I don't think I want to do that anymore. And there was one, she did ballet at one point, and had been asking and went to ballet, and then like a couple of months or 3 or 4 months into it was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I was like, okay, but we need to finish like this season. After that, you don't have to do this anymore. But like you made a commitment to do this, and you're going to see that through. But then if you don't want to do this anymore, we'll go find something else you want to do.
I did the same thing with my daughter in karate. I was like, once you, like, she wanted to be a black belt. It's like, you got to get to black belt, and then you can make the decision then. She went to black belt, went to nationals again, you know, won a championship. And then she called it. But you better believe, like, you know, part of me, like, there are always bits and parts of you that, like, you live vicariously through your kids. My hyper competitive nature, it comes from a bad place. It's not because, like, I like to win because winning's cool. It's because I'm, like, looking for my old man's approval. And that's not healthy.
Like you had to win.
Yeah. So I played hurt. I played injured. I played like in excruciating pain, and my knees fucked up to this day because like I never told my parents that, yo, I think something's broken. Like, so.
Oh man.
Thank God it healed, but.
I do.
Lord.
I remember the conversation that we had. It was like one of the first 10 episodes, I think, of the Chris and Andre show. And I think, you know, one of your kids was telling you, like, I'm tired of being hurt. Like, I'm tired of being in pain all the time and getting hurt. Like, this just isn't enjoyable for me anymore. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my son had a 2 full ride offers to, you know, for college, one in football and one in lacrosse, and he was just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I was like, okay, but
like whipping out that checkbook, fine, I see how
some bullshit.
Yeah. You're gonna pay me back when I retire.
So but those things are, I mean, those are the parts of being a parent that you kind of have to like recognize, you know, like, and even my dad, he was an athlete. He played, basketball for the Air Force. And this is back when they would, on the Olympic team, they would have like service members or college students like make the team for the Olympics. And he got hurt, had to get knee surgery, and never played basketball again. And I know that fucking bothered him because he's really good at basketball. It's probably why he made me and my brothers like fucking be really, really good at sports. Bro, I could probably catch a ball 20 feet off first base, get to first base, get the tag out, and throw the ball to second or third in a motion. When I was younger. Like, I can't do it now because I'm like physically not able to do that. But like those are the type of drills he would like make us do. He would throw the ball like 10 feet beyond, you know, first base. You have to grab the ball, tag out, and get it to whatever base he called. And I got to a point where I could do it without even thinking of, like, I knew the angle I had to throw it by the time my fucking right or left foot hit the damn bag. That ain't healthy. It's just not.
Well, and I think there's an element of like, is that what you, like in your ideal scenario, is that what you wanted to be doing? Like with your dad, right?
I wanted to be on my dad, but I did, like, I started to not like sports, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a mixed bag.
Because it becomes like, this is the thing that connects us, and I don't want to lose that, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of only doing it for that.
Right. And you had to be perfect, right? You had to be perfect. And when you fast forward through life and you get to like adulthood and you don't know when to quit trying to be perfect, you miss out on a lot, you know? There's undue pressure to not miss the mark, and then you're always second guess. There's a lot of shit that comes along with trying to be a good kid. So yeah, that was deeply personal. I don't really talk about
I hope
that.
you don't mind sharing that.
So for all you dads out there, I mean, like, if you've ever been in that situation, that's what it feels like. And if you went through that when you were younger, like, you got to manage that so when you have kids, you don't pass that along. I remember when my son was telling me that about the football scholarship, they wanted him to put on 35 pounds.
Oh,
He's like, Dad, I don't want to fucking do that. I was like, okay. Like, 35 pounds is a lot, bro. I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot.
that is.
And especially when you have like 2 torn ACLs and like,
No, that's not healthy at that point. Like putting that extra weight and the extra strain on the ACLs that have been reconstructed, like that's not.
it's not
That's
a
not what
good
you need.
look. Yeah.
No.
So that was our parenting corner. And I will say this. I want to make sure I make a point. I love my parents. They were, and I tell them this, like when I see them, they were terrible teachers, but they taught me good lessons. Like my drive to be good, I've kind of tampered that down a little bit to where it's healthy. But
Well,
it's
yeah, I
actually
mean, you do a podcast with me, so.
So, like, case in point, I hate being late because if you were late when I was a kid, good Lord, your life was over.
But now you don't have to worry about that because usually I'm the one running late.
Yeah. But I'm so paranoid that if I say, like, I'm going to be 10 minutes late, my brain, like, triggers and then I get shit done. I'm like,
Yeah, and then
a
you're
minute
here
early.
2 minutes after 5, and I'm like, shit, I thought I had 8 more minutes. And I'm still running around.
Yeah, but, again, they were terrible teachers, but they
Taught
taught
good
me good lessons. And so, Mom and Dad, I love you for that. I really appreciate it. I know you guys aren't going to listen to it, but at least I can tell the people that listen that I love my parents. I am very critical of my parents. I tell them the stuff to their face now because they're old. So when my dad was younger, he's like at least 6'3", 6'4", and like a solid 270, 280. That's a big dude, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like scared. Not scared like in a bad way, but I remember one day I was 16 and I was like, I can take him. And then my brain like said, what are you thinking? He's going to kill you.
This does not end well for you, Andre.
My brain was like, I know you're not good at math, but remember that physics class you took?
For every force, there is an equal but opposite reaction.
Like, I need you. My brain was like, I need you to like let that shit
Catch
click
up
in,
here.
bro.
Oh,
But I really
funny as
thought I was
shit.
like, yo, I could take him. I'm like, and my brain was like, bro, that's a bad play. That's a very bad play.
This ends
So
very
anyway.
poorly. Thanks for checking out the Chris and Andre Show. This is the part where we ask you to like and subscribe. You could also leave a comment and share this with someone you think would find useful. For more content like this, head on over to chrisandandreshow.com. Remember, stay sane, stay safe, and stay salty. We'll see you on the next one.